Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I have not filmed in forever, like a very long time. I don't even remember the last time I uploaded, but I don't have nothing else to do, just like everybody else is stuck in the house. So I figure why not do my makeup, film it, because the last few times I was doing it, it's been turning out good, and I was just like, I should just film it. So hopefully it comes out the same way and y'all like it. So yeah, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get started. So I attempted to walk through this with y'all and talk while I was doing my makeup, but it just wasn't working. I don't know, I think it's just, I just need to get back to it. So for now, we're just gonna stick with the voiceover. So starting with my brows, I am taking, it's an e.l.f. cream. I just figured that out, that it's for, like, it's a liner and it is, it's an eyeliner and it's for your brows. So I'm filling in my brows with that and just making sure that they're pretty full. I still don't like the super dark look, so just making it look as natural as possible, but with the pomade is basically key on how I do my eyebrows. After that, I'm just cleaning it up. I'm taking a concealer brush and I'm taking some concealer mixed in with my foundation. So I want my under brow bone basically light, but not too light, which is why I mix it with the foundation. So I'm carving out my brow and then pulling the cream down. Now, I never used to do this, but I've been doing it for the past like 3 times I've done my makeup and I like it. So I am cleaning up the top of my brow. It does have concealer in it, but it has more foundation than the underneath concealer. So I added more foundation just so it doesn't give me that like halo glowing effect on the top of my eyebrow. Like, that looks crazy to me. So I'm just cleaning up the top and just making my eyebrow more clean. Now I am taking some primer, and it is a matte primer. I'll try to list everything I use below in the description box. So I'm taking a primer and then I'm going to color correct. So for a flawless look, it's important that you conceal or color correct any blemishes that you have so it doesn't show through the makeup. So I'm taking an orange corrector to cover up my dark spots, and then I just blend it out with my blending brush and make sure that it's flat and even and that it's not cakey and that's just an even layer. So after that, I do go ahead and set that so it doesn't smear when doing the rest of my face. So I'm setting it in place just like you would set any other concealer. Moving on, I am using my foundation. So this foundation, I just have to learn to work with it. I just got it, and it's a Smashbox foundation, and I'll put the description for it. But I just don't feel like I feel like it's the right shade, but I just don't like the coverage and the consistency of it. So it's like really weird. I don't know. I have to work with it. So eventually I just decide that I'm going to mix it with my Maybelline foundation, which has more color to it, as you can see right here. So it's warming up my face just a little more, and I end up liking this combination a little bit better. So I really have to kind of play with the Smashbox foundation. So now I am taking the Photo Focus concealer and I'm building it up completely under my eye. I got some on my face, but we gonna get that. So completely under my eye, and then this is the collab makeup concealer, and I'm putting that on top. I like to blend these two, and then I put that on the sides of my nose, and then just focusing this and all of that product in the like one area and making sure it's even is my favorite part. And I love applying concealer with a damp beauty sponge, and mine is jacked up and dirty, but it works. It gets the job done. So this is the Real Techniques beauty sponge, and I am blending this up and pulling it up my face, like past my eye and past my eyebrow, and creating that just bead look. I'm also taking that up my nose and up my forehead. So now I am contouring. So with this foundation, I feel the need to cream contour. So this brings more color back to my face, and this is very pigmented, so I don't like to use too much. So just a little bit on the top of my cheekbones, and I'm going to buff it out. To clean up the forehead, I'm putting up the excess concealer on top, just to blend it all out so the forehead contour doesn't look super like harsh. So I'm just blending everything back out and going over everything. So now I'm going to set my concealer. So before I do that, I like to go back over it, make sure the creases are, filled. So I mix the Makeup Revolution and the Airspun powder, and I dip it, and then I blow off any excess powder like that, and then I press it into the skin. So this is very important that every time you place that powder on your face that it's even and pressed into the skin. You don't want some patchy areas, on your face. So make sure you take your time and don't rush this part, and just to build and not to put too much on, because you can always build. So taking that up the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, just setting my entire face now, and this is just whatever's left. Now I'm going to set my cream contour with the Bare Minerals. This is a powdered foundation, but I like to use it as a powder just because it's so pigmented. So I'm bronzing and contouring at the same time. And with this, I'm rubbing it into my skin and kind of pulling it up into where that concealer powder stops. So just kind of blending it all together, making sure it's seamless. And this takes time as well. So after that, I want to go ahead and take the time to dust away this powder. So I'm taking the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Dark, and I am pressing it as well as dusting it away at the same time. So I'm pressing in that pressed powder, and then I'm dusting away the loose powder. So this is adding color back to the face so I don't look washed out. And it's making everything seamless, and it's blending everything together. So now I am going to contour my nose. So I'm using that same contour Bare Minerals powder. And like I said, it's very pigmented. So I'm just taking almost really what was left on the brush from the last time I did my makeup. It's just a tad bit more. And the more you go over it, the more it starts to show up. So this takes time. Like I said, you can always add more, but you can't. It's hard to take away this pigmented powder. So I'm brushing up and down the sides of my nose and I'm bringing it into my eyebrow so it looks as natural as possible. Now, to get rid of that dusty look, we're going to spray our face with a setting spray, and this is NYX matte finishing setting spray. And as we let that dry, we're gonna eat some fruit. That was my breakfast. And then we're going to I put some lashes on really quick off camera, and I'm going to blend them in with, this is a Chanel sample of mascara, and I really like it so far, but I'm just using this to make sure, you know, everything's blended in and you can't tell my lashes from the false ones. Now I'm moving on to blush, and I'm taking an orange and like a brown and mixing it together. With blush, when I do a neutral look, I don't want like a pink or anything too bold. I like to keep it neutral and glowy and bronze and brown. So I'm using an orange and I'm using a brown. I'll mix together for my blush. Lastly, I am doing my lips. So as usual, I'm taking a brown lip liner and I'm lining my lips. That's really that. Really just lining my lips, and I really do this every time. And then I'm taking this, y'all, this lip gloss from Elf, amazing. Like, this is a lip liqueur, I don't know if that's right, but I apply it once and it's on there for hours, like hours. So I really love this lip gloss. So the final step, I am taking some highlighter, and I'm putting it in the center of my nose just a little bit, and down the bridge of my nose. I do put this on my cheeks, and I put a little on my forehead, and just kind of, I think I put some under my brow bone and everything too. So just take your time with this part too, because I hate like a super concentrated highlight. Like, I don't know. So just take your time and make sure you blend that. See, like if I were to leave it like that, that would drive me insane. So just brush it. Don't be scared to brush it around and make it seamless. If you enjoyed it and you made it through the end, thank you for watching. Go ahead and thumbs up this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.